All right, folks, this is game 7 of daenyth versus TIE510 in the Q3 2021 beginner tournament. This is game 7 because it was only supposed to be 2 games, but they tied on those 2 games, 1 win versus 1 win. So they had to play some Blitz playoffs, 1 win versus 1 win. So they had to do another Blitz match, 1 win versus 1 win. So here we are for more Blitz games. This is another Blitz match to see if maybe we'll get an end to this. And here we go. This is daenyth in white and TIE510 in black. Get that adjacent corner opening right here. Remember, it is Blitz. 3 minutes with 5-second increment. White seems to be going for that edge crawl, which is a viable strategy when it's Blitz on 6x6. Typically, 6x6, you want to avoid the edge crawl as it's not super strong like it is in 5x5. However, it works out pretty well in Blitz because of the fast pace of the game. White now trying to get something to go on here. I feel like a white capstone right here would do really well. Here as well. So either in one of these two spots, a white capstone would be pretty strong. Black is just going to fill in, kind of make this staircase pattern, and that's going to give them options to go north and south, also east and west here. White's going to be building something. Maybe they'll place their capstone here or a wall to try and stop this. They will be able to cut off both of those threats at once by attacking b5. I am a little intrigued. First capstone drop now here from black right there at d4. Solid capstone placement. I'd say that follows a lot of the guidelines we talk about in the capstones video of TAC University. White taking their time here is going to place up there to be able to attack onto b5. Trying to set up some tack threats here pretty soon. White does have momentum, though black can stop that pretty simply. Actually, I'm not sure if white has momentum. Let's see. Black places here, white here, black here. White, yeah, I think white, black has momentum actually. White's gonna have to do something to catch up here. Black now playing down below, which is interesting. I'm not sure why they decided to play here at c2. Separate from all their other pieces, doesn't really make a lot of sense. We do see the tack threat here from white, however. Black's going to have to do something to stop that, likely capturing down. Oh, captures over instead onto that a5, which is able to liberate that captive. White dropping that capstone into that unoccupied space, recently vacated space actually, and making no tack threat yet, but wants to capture onto that stack and liberate those captives. Black not going to give them the opportunity, going to bring those top 2 flats down to isolate. White not taking any chances, going to drop that wall there, ready to liberate the captive underneath this black flat. Also, bringing that up would be a tack threat, except not anymore because black did come up with that wall, cutting off all of the horizontal momentum that white had built up. Now white can start to shift gears or go around. Looks like white's building around that wall to go for that horizontal threat yet again, instead of building vertically over here off to the side. This wall can be a problem for both of those threats. Black now making a tack threat, white's coming up with the wall to cut off that tack threat right there at the linchpin. Not making a tack threat right now, but placing at d6 would be a tack threat, bringing this wall stack upwards, dropping 1 white flat here, and then dropping the wall and black flat up here on a6. That would be a 3a4 plus 1-2 move in PTN, or play tack notation. And there's a video on that in TAC University called PTN, or notation, if you're unfamiliar. This is a tack threat here from white. Placing here does bring that wall stack up into play. Let's see what black does to stop this. Will they move the wall? Will they move this capstone? Got to do something. Does move the capstone there to block off that threat. How will white respond? Will they respond by playing down here more flats, or Will they go for some sort of capture, maybe capturing up, capturing over, to continue this horizontal tack threat? White does instead decide to make that positive flat count differential move and tack threat at the same time. Excellent flat count differential move. Flat count differential is talked about in the flat count differential video of Tack University. If you're unfamiliar with flat count differential and what those types of moves are, this was a +3 move. White switching gears, going straight for that vertical threat. Black is going to be able to make a vertical threat here just by capturing over with that capstone. And then white's going to have to come on over with a flat here. White now making that threat. Black stops it by moving that wall over. White likely will renew over here with e6 or e5. No, instead decides to go for f1, which is interesting. Black now making a tack threat. Coming here from d6 all the way down to c1. White bringing that c5 down. Surprised there was no wall here. Black now going around that flat. Now c1, a wall here would be pretty strong and probably the move you want to make here. Don't want to take too many chances by giving black a lot of flats to capture here with the capstone. That would be pretty dangerous. White could also decide to take this wall stack and toss it on over here to d6, but not the greatest of moves there. Okay, so that also works. Bringing c4 down stops that. White likely going to come across here now, as that is one of two moves that they have. The other move being this wall stack going over. Black decides to capture that. Does make another tack threat in this vertical direction. It's looking pretty good for black and pretty rough for white right now. White dropping that wall as one of the only moves they could make. Again, they do still have this wall toss option, though not one that is very obvious for some of the newer players, especially the ones in this beginner tournament. All right, looks like we do see another tack threat cut off by that wall yet again. Let's see. What can white really do here? This is tough. Black now building around, got this strong citadel here. This is where I expect black to come down and smash that stack. It's going to be pretty strong. Black could decide to play up here to c5, but it wouldn't be as strong as that strong stack smashing move right there. White needed to do something else besides just drop. Yeah. Wow. I am blown away that was missed. Let's see here. Black was, oh wow, was that Tinue? I gotta look at this, because I missed this. It was going so fast, I missed it. So of course black missed it. Okay, so black makes that smash. This looks like it was a plan for a while. Now white's working towards this road here. White now plays here. This is a horizontal tack threat and a vertical tack threat. Black can stop both of them by bringing this wall stack down. Doesn't. Instead moves the capstone, so white just places up there. And that is the road. Well played, daenyth. That was tricky, and that was a good move. The short time right there, that is going to be hard to spot. Well done. Well done. All right, here is the next game. Wow, they're going right into it really quick. This is game 8 of this tiebreaker match. daenyth won as white. Let's see if thai510 can continue this long string of extra tiebreaker matches. This is a big one. Okay. Let's see. White coming around, going for this vertical threat. Black immediately dropping this capstone here. This is a really strong capstone placement. Follows a lot of those same guidelines in capstones video from Tech University. White ignoring this capstone, just building straight on, going for that that vertical tack threat. Bringing their own capstone into the mix, though. Solid capstone position. Black bringing this one down, connecting to the capstone. Had to know White was going to do that. I imagine a self-capture. It exactly happened. Self-capture right there. Now White can't liberate that captive. Black now has a hard capstone. Black now able to come down for positive flat count differential moves. And also continue for a horizontal tack threat in this direction. Strong positioning here from Black, I'd say. Let's see. All right, just drop in there at C2. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, C2 works okay. Now I want to see C1 from Black. Not going for it. Surprising. I would have expected a C1. Now we may see B1 here from White, C1 from White, B3 from White. A lot of different options that White has to continue into this direction. Wow, going for that vertical threat, making the capture, dropping a wall up here to stop all that. That wall really cuts it. White really pushing for that horizontal road now, really using that momentum that they have. This is where I think Black can come down with the whole stack right here onto D2, and that would be a tack threat. It would be easily stopped by this capstone coming down or moving some of these flats around, but it is a tack threat. This is where I imagine this capstone might get down into this, or maybe just one of these flats come up. F1 coming up onto F2 would probably be pretty good too. White taking their time here, trying to figure out the best move to make. They are 30 seconds behind daenyth at the moment. Does go for that move. There are a few options here that Black has. Could leave behind a White flat and cover up these two, continue that same tag threat. Could move the whole stack over, but that would open up the spot for a wall. There's a lot of different ways they could go with this. Instead, they're just going to be placing up here at B3. Flat count definitely looks to be in the favor of White. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, we do have a positive flat count differential move option here, which is a +3 move that would also liberate two captives. So I'd say in flats, it's anyone's game right now. White bringing that wall down for positioning. Black continuing that tag threat. White's got to stop it somehow. I think we may see a B1 here from Black if this wall comes down. That would continue the threat. That's exactly what happens. Now, if White comes over with the wall to liberate this captive, Black is definitely going to be smashing that. Let's see how that happens. Coming over here would definitely lead to a smash, so White's probably thinking of some other option, potentially moving this capstone or moving F1 up. That would also work, E1 going up. White decides to move the capstone. I know they were probably hoping to put it here on d3 eventually, but it's not working out for him. So that horizontal line is effectively neutered right now. Nothing to do for it. So what can black do to capitalize on this position? Maybe capture here to go for liberating more captives. It could potentially lead to that wall capture, smash, and then this capstone capturing that stack to liberate the white captives. A lot of things going on here. Black now potentially building around this white capstone. We've seen that same behavior in previous games where black, where daenyth, when faced with some sort of obstacle in their previous road path, just decides to build around it. White now building for this horizontal threat, playing here at b3, and then a3 would be a road. White noticing that and cutting them off right there before they're able to go for that. White now capturing. This is going to be a smash opportunity. I recommend they take it, and they definitely do. White now going to capture this stack, likely with the capstone. Not attack threat for either player. But if black places up here at b6, for example, that would be attack threat for black. And that's exactly what they're doing. Not exactly subtle. It's going to be something white notices and cuts off with a wall. This is where things get tricky. Black can't move this capstone down or up because it would lead to a road for white. Black's going to have to do something to cut off a lot of this potential because white is now in a very strong position. All right, black now trying to build around this wall. Not so sure about that. White building up here at d6. Probably going to be playing over here at e3 next to try and come over for that vertical road. They're just about neck and neck on time here. Getting below 1 minute. Black is now taking a little bit more time. Getting below here. No attack threat from white currently. Does decide to drop that wall there just to cover their bases. Say, I know that what you're doing here, and I really want to make sure that you can't make this happen. Now, white building around, making that threat regardless. Black's going to bring this... Oh, misses it. Black missed it. They put that wall there to go and block it and then forgot. There you go. And that is tie again in this match of Blitz games. That is 1-1. So we will continue on with more Blitz games to see who actually wins this tournament. So this is now going to be game 9, I think, that we're going into. Game 9. Which, guys, crazy. So just, I mean, it's a shame because it was definitely time motivated, down to 30 seconds on the clock. They placed this wall here specifically for when there was a threat made. Then when the threat was made, forgot to move the wall over and just decided to go for their own offense and just missed it. That was too bad. That means there will be yet another 2-game match to decide who wins this tournament, and you can check that out in the next video. That is all for today. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the description below for all things TAC, especially the Discord server, which is the community hub where you can find everything you need to know about TAC and find all sorts of people to play with online. And until next time, have a great day and happy tacking.